Melissa. I hope you're doing absolutely lovely today. I can't wait to get started with your reading. Your energy is so powerful and is so beautiful. It really does restore my faith in humanity, just so you know. All around, your energy is just so pure. Your aura is beautiful. I'm so honored to be able to read for you, and I just can't wait to get into it. So you'll see me drawing out your aura on the screen as I explain your energy, and then at the very end we're going to do something really fun where I give you a mythical identity, and we'll put that mythical identity title into an AI image generator to see how that title would look in the real world. And I'm so excited. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so let me just say that you are somebody who gives off a lot of scorpionic energy. And I don't know where Scorpio is in your chart. I don't know what your placements are, but just the overall vibe of a Scorpio is very present in your aura. And it's almost like, it's not like the typical Scorpio sun kind of energy. It's more like a Scorpio moon or maybe even Scorpio Mercury. You have this mystery about you that is very intriguing to others, and people always want to get to know more about you. And I feel like it can be hard for you to let people in and for you to trust people. And I think that there's a lot tied to your past that makes that fear totally valid. And I don't mean for it to sound heavy. I love your energy, and I'm also a Scorpio moon, so like it's comfortable for me to like meet people that are in that energy, even if you're not. I don't want to like assume, but that's the vibe that you give off to me, and it's really cool. Like, you seem like somebody who isn't cold and like distant on purpose, but you do keep to yourself, and I feel like it's because you know the consequences of just saying too much, and that makes you really interesting. Like, people, I feel like, gravitate towards you when they want to feel grounded and when they want to reclaim control of their own lives. You could also have Virgo placements, but you just come across as somebody who's very like far ahead of the crowd and always one step ahead of everybody else. Like, people who make these very like quick and rash decisions, I can just like see you looking at them like with this face of disapproval, like, you silly child. How could you have not known that you would get screwed over if you didn't read the terms and conditions, like stuff like that. And just like people who say, I feel like you would be a really good interrogator, and I don't mean that in a way of like, I don't think that you interrogate people like on a day-to-day basis, but I think that you're good at getting information out of people. And the whole like you have the right to remain silent thing, and people will usually talk themselves into a place of guilt. I think that you're good at pulling that out of people and getting people to admit the truth. I think that's like one of your superpowers, is like just bringing and pulling the truth out of people, because you just have this like very powerful gaze. It's like intimidating, but it's trustworthy. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like people are very comfortable bringing things up to you, but they almost do it in like a very unintentional and almost impulsive kind of way. Like, they didn't plan on bringing things up to you, but like if you want to get information out of someone, you can do it easily. And you don't ever do it in like in a manipulative kind of way. It's just like you're just there for the truth, and you're just talking to somebody, and you're not even trying to like pull it out of them really. You're just talking to them and kind of letting themselves dig their own hole. And now I do want to point something out that I saw in your aura that I don't want it to sound bad, because it's not supposed to seem bad at all. It's nothing against you. But I've noticed this in an aura in the past, and there was a girl that I did an aura reading for. Her name was Brittany. She's a sweetheart. She was having this blockage. She had this blockage in her aura, and it was because of a narcissistic relationship that she had been in the past. And so when I was feeling that energy, it was like throwing off her entire aura, because she was still holding on to so much pain from that relationship, and it was showing in her energy. And so I had to stop mid-reading for her and email her and let her know like that's what was going on. And she did like this massive clear out of like everything that could have ever been connecting her to that past relationship. And I went back to working on her aura, and it was totally different. Like, the energy was so clear. But if you notice here, there is almost like a poison apple figure in the corner, and I'm not kidding you, that same poison apple came through in her reading as well. So that's why I'm bringing this up. And I do get this energy that, you know, there is something that is still really bothering you from your past. And that has nothing to do with who you are, because who you are is an angel. Like, you are so pure, and oh my God, you are literally here doing God's work, miracles, blessing people. You're a saint, truly. So I don't want you to think that this is anything wrong with your energy, because it's not. But I do just want to, like, kind of bring it up as like a warning. Not really a warning, but just kind of an observation that, or I guess like a recommendation of something that you could do to clear this out, is work on like a cord cutting ritual and whatever you need to do to release that from your past. Like, you can't change the fact that it happened, and that's okay. But you can come to terms with everything that it was and acknowledge how it affected you and really appreciate the growth that you've gained from it. I feel like you already kind of know these things, but this is just what was coming through, so I feel like I had to reiterate it. But like I said, it is nothing against you or your aura. Your aura is still freaking beautiful, but that one thing came through and it just made me a little bit nervous. So, and then it was kind of verified because I started hearing a song, and I've been hearing this song in my head like every time I work on your aura, and that song is Blown Away by Carrie Underwood. And if you've ever heard the song or you've seen the music video, it is so intense. Like, it's very deep, and the pain there is so deeply rooted. And one of the main lyrics that came through from that song was, "There's not enough rain in Oklahoma to wash the sins out of that house." So something tells me that, and you can let me know if this isn't the case, but it doesn't have to be the case. This was just what was coming through. Something tells me that there was someone in your life that had a heavy influence on you as a child, and they're probably not in your life anymore, and you've been working with that cognitive dissonance almost of missing them and finally feeling free from the pain that they caused you. And like, you miss this person, but you miss the person they were during the good times. You miss who they could have been. You miss holding on to that hope that maybe one day they would change, and that they'll see how much pain they've caused you, and that they'll actually take accountability, and you'll feel that closure. But now that they're gone, you've had to let that go. You've had to let go of that hope, and you've had to relearn who you are when you're not hoping they would treat you the way you deserve to be treated. You're just learning how you deserve to be treated. And that's a hard thing to do. But the best first step that you can take is realizing that at least you know how you don't want to be treated, you know? You know what you won't tolerate. But you really gotta know. You gotta know it enough to stand firm and make sure others know it too. And I'm thinking of like the Three Little Pigs, that old story. You are a brick house. There's also that 70s song, "A brick house." It's stupid. I don't know, that could be significant for some reason. I don't think that song has like anything to do with this, but I don't know. At least not the message of the song. Anyway, moving on. But I say the brick house thing because, like, if we were to think of it like a crossover episode between Carrie Underwood and this ancient nursery rhyme, it's like, in the music video, she goes and hides in the cellar, safe from the twister, and she couldn't wake up her dad, who was up in the house, passed out on the couch. So when the twister came, she was safe. And she also said, like, this is her sweet revenge, leaving him in that house. So I'm reminding you now that your boundaries are your cellar. Your standards are your shelter. Like, if you were in a twister physically, you would protect yourself by seeking shelter. So you have to protect yourself from that same level of turmoil emotionally. The only difference is that the shelter isn't physical, it's emotional and spiritual, but the pain that you could experience if you don't protect yourself would hurt just as bad, whether it's physical or not. But the emotional turmoil would more than likely be long and drawn out for as long as you let it. You have a good heart. You really do. And sometimes, unfortunately, you've sacrificed yourself to bear through the pain with people who have brought their own karma onto themselves. But you didn't want them to be alone through that. And you wanted to help them, but they couldn't be helped. And so instead of trying harder, you just suffered with them. I'm not saying that you should have tried harder, but like at a point when you realize like you've done all that you can do and it's not worth it to keep trying harder, you just let yourself suffer with them instead of going, okay, I'm just going to leave you to it. And like you didn't know how else to show them you loved them, so you just thought that suffering through the karma that they experienced after they put you through so much pain, that was enough to prove to them how much you loved them, how much you were willing to put yourself through, which I've been there. I have been there, and it sucks being in that energy because you have the best intentions and you think that, you know, when you guys are down in that pit together, sitting in the karma that they should be getting because of the pain that they caused you, you hope that they'll see all the pain that they caused you and they'll realize like, oh my gosh, I should have never treated you like this, and like I should have done something different. You think that they'll take accountability, and like now that you're in extra pain, they think that like, oh, or you'll think that they realize like how hard of a time they've given you, and that never happens. It's never gonna happen, and you have to accept that. And when you're down in that pit, that sucks. And I also get this feeling that, you know, you've been trying to heal yourself from this pain in your past, and I feel like you've been hitting this wall of just like, I'm doing all the things that people say that I should do in order to heal, but nothing is working. And I feel like you're having such a hard time feeling like yourself and feeling authentic and feeling safe to be yourself because of whatever was going on in your past, like this person or this connection. It stripped away your sense of self because you were always hyper focused on them and if they were taken care of, how they felt about things, what they liked, what they wanted to do. And so the way that you're healing is you're looking at what other people do and what makes other people feel good, and you think that it'll make you feel good too. I'm here to tell you that it's okay to not do those things, like going to take yourself out on a date to eat. Like, if that doesn't make you feel good, don't do that. I would never do that. I mean, like, people say that it's good for you and that you should, like, enjoy spending time with yourself, but, like, okay. But if I don't, then I'm not gonna do it. Like, people will say, like, let the tears flow and let the crying happen and you'll feel so much better afterwards. Heck no, I don't feel better afterwards. I don't want to cry right now, but like I just do that. Like, I don't feel better when I'm crying. So whatever advice, sorry, my voice is going out. But whatever advice that people are giving you to heal, don't let them tell you how to heal. That's something that you have to feel through, and everyone is going to heal differently. And like, sure, you can get ideas from people and like try different things out, but like if you are forcing yourself to adapt to like this new lifestyle or do things that you wouldn't typically think to do, then like don't do those things. Do what you want to do. Like, that's the first step in gaining your sense of self back and prioritizing your authentic self, is just kind of learning what you like to do and try things out, and don't worry about how other people are viewing it. You know, there's no right or wrong way to heal, but like, if you're only doing it because someone else told you that it was good for you, but you don't actually enjoy doing it, then like, find a new way to do that. Like, find something else that you actually enjoy doing. Like, it's okay to not have the answer right away, but it's also okay to have different methods and take your time with your healing, and you don't have to always have someone else's perspective on things, you know? I think that that's a huge thing that can become a barrier, is like separating your opinion and your perspective from everyone else around you after a situation like that. But I do just want to say that like I was saying before, your energy is so beautiful, so angelic, so pure, and you are such a gift to humanity. Like, you spread so much kindness, and you have so much compassion and patience and understanding with people, and you understand people at a soul level, and you always have the best intentions, and you see the best in people even when they can't see it in themselves, and you make sure that they know that there is a best version of them, and you try to bring it out in people, and sometimes that can be to your own detriment, and that sucks, because like I said, you have the best intentions and all you want to do is help people, and we need so much more of that in this world. I'm obsessed with your energy. It is beautiful. Your aura is beautiful. I was also seeing, you probably saw, I saw like a bunch of turtles, like a ton of turtles in your aura, so sea turtles could definitely be a symbol for you. And I also saw a honey badger, which I thought was so crazy. He was so cute, and I don't even really know what a honey badger truly looks like, but I think I was pretty close with my drawing. Like, I knew what it was, but so now we are going to get into your mythical identity, and I'm going to be spinning 2 wheels. The first one I'm going to spin once, and the second one I'm going to spin twice. And then your mythical identity title will be in the format of blank, and blank. So let's just go ahead and get started with it. I'm so excited. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started with the first spin. Ooh, yes, okay, that's cool. We got Oracle of... Ooh. Ooh, cool. What? Okay, Oracle of Atlantis. And... Ooh. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, hold on. That's crazy. That is so Scorpio energy. Like, oh my, and you know what's crazy is like a lot of the pictures that you sent me, like you were in water. You have a very water kind of vibe. And I think that you're comfortable going down deep with people. Like, Atlantis and intuition, that is so... Yeah, that's so perfect in regards to what I was saying about how you, like, you're like a master of psychology. And you understand people at a soul level because you've been to such dark places. You want to know, like, what makes people the way that they are. You want to know their motives and just what drives them to make certain decisions, because I feel like it's so hard for you to comprehend how somebody can just be so dismissive and rude. And so I feel like you're really good at just like picking brains of people and just learning what makes people the way they are. So that's super cool. And you know what's even more interesting is the fact that like Atlantis, that's known as like a hidden city. So it's like deep under the sea, hidden. It's so Scorpio energy. I don't know. I feel like you have a very Scorpio vibe to you. I love it. I'm here for it. You'll have to let me know Scorpio is prominent anywhere in your chart. But anyway, now we are going to put this into an AI image generator and see what this mythical identity would look like here in the real world. So I can't wait. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Okay. So this is going to be the Oracle of Atlantis and Intuition. This turned out so beautiful and so perfectly symbolic of your energy. Like, she is unbothered by the depths of the ocean, and that's a crazy thing to be unbothered by. Like, she's seen it, but see how like she's lighting up, like she is angelic and she is not bothered by the crashing waves around her. She uses her intuition to guide her, and her heart and her light to guide her through any storm, any depth, any setback. Like, she's strong, she is powerful, and oh my god, it's just, I can't stop like looking at the detail in this picture. It's beautiful. Oh my god, dude, the waves and her dress, it's gorgeous. Oh my god, I can't stop. I'm just speechless. That's so beautiful and so your energy. I love it so much, dude. So with all that being said, Melissa, this is your finished aura portrait, and I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on it. I love your energy so much. We need more people like you in the world, for real. And yeah, I just cannot wait to hear back. And thank you again so much for reaching out. It was so fun reading for you and tapping into your energy. So thank you for blessing me with that opportunity. And I hope that you have a week as beautiful as you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.